quite an angle. But that's how like my setup is today, so please bear with me. I'll just be looking up into the time. Waiting till 12:30. 2 more minutes. And I will love you, you're my shield. And I will love you, Lord, my rock. Forever all my days, I will love you, God. Angle down. Our God reigns. Hallelujah, our God reigns. Hallelujah, our God, you reign forever all my days. Hallelujah, I will sing to you. Hallelujah, our God reigns. Yes, and hallelujah, our God reigns. Hallelujah, our God reigns forever all my days. All right, it's 12:30. But I'm going to take this down. So I'm going to take the volume down a little. There's a lot of noise today. I'm sorry about that. There's a lot of noise, but you have to bear with me so that we'll just quickly do this. Today is Saturday, and then there's just a lot of noise around. So today is day 20 of the devotion. I'm so excited. 11 more days to go. God has been faithful. So day 20, it is not about what you say, but it is also about how you say it. So this is where we are at the moment. We are, Esther chapter 7 verses 1 to 10. And I mean, I'll fall short of giving a recap, but the thing is, Esther has, presented herself before the king and told him, look, I have come to a banquet I've organized for you, and come with him. And so they meet together and they sit for the first time. Then they eat, they meet together again for the second time, and then she moves in for the kill. And you see the way she presents her story. She first of all says that she knows she's a very busy person. That if it was even something that if it wasn't that it was really serious, that she would never have come to meet him. That she doesn't expect him to be stressing himself over something so small. That if people were going to be sold into slavery, why would she be disturbing the king in such a trivial matter? But however, that they are about to be killed and all that. But she's like, I know you are very busy, extremely busy and all that too, but even for you to even save us, even though we are being killed now, we're about to be killed, it's still a matter of your discretion. That is a very busy monarch and all that. And that just really tells you, like, the manner of communication. If you started from Esther chapter 1, you would have seen that this king is a king that loves to party hard. We are introduced to him as a party king. He has I feel like maybe if he was born in Nigeria, being a Yoruba person, there was a banquet. Even when Esther was made queen, there was a banquet. There was even a public holiday. So you can see that is a Jai person. She knew it. She said, this thing I want to tell this person, I need to tell him in his element. And so she organized the banquet, and that makes sense. Because when we think about communication, we always think about communication and empathy, like, if I'm delivering bad news. No. But generally, being empathetic in communication is to put yourself in the shoes of the person you're speaking to. Because we focus on ourselves and say, if I've told you what I want to tell you, as long as I'm making sense. No. You have to be sure that the person you're speaking to, the context and everything, because communication is not just verbal, it's also non-verbal. So the context and everything, so that you can get the results that you want. When you tell people stuff, it's not like you're telling them for the fun of it. You're not telling them so that you can crack jokes and all that. She knew that this thing is a matter of life and death. Like, she had to get the king's attention. And you can see the way she presented the case and said, look, I wouldn't have come to you, but this is a matter of life and death, and I know you are very busy. Even if you don't help me, that's okay, but it's not be like I didn't come to tell you anything. So the importance of communication cannot be overemphasized. Extremely important, because even you see that corporate companies, they have public relations people that issue press statements. They read press statements back and forth. You read your tweets back and forth, because it's not for you to just type something or say something. You also have to be sure that the effects you want in the mind of the recipient is also contained. So communication, how do the focal verses apply to you as somebody that is in business, as a young professional in business or career? Manner of approach, is a manner of approach. Your manner of approach has to be on point. You can be right, you can be exercising your rights, yes, it's within your authorities, within this thing, but the manner you sell your ideas, the manner you pitch to clients may be the entire thing. I remember there was an episode of Suits that I watched where they were having some clients from Japan, and Louis Leeds, because he's probably more into these things. He had like Japanese tea, China, like the wares and everything, and the clients were so happy. That's how they got our clients, you understand? So yes, they were very good at what they were doing. Yes, they invited them to their office. Yes, the office had splendor, but they also put themselves in the shoes of the people they wanted to talk to, so that the intended effects was like, now, like, I'm giving you this opportunity. I'm giving you this picture so that you know that I you are very sure that I know and I think like you. I don't know if that makes sense. I always be distracted, maybe. It's be your own people. Anyway, let's go on. So communication is a skill that makes you better if you learn and master it. It may be the opening you need for that next big thing you're working in your career or business. Esther's conversation with the king is insightful and offers lessons on how to approach busy people or superiors in a manner that they have no choice but to listen to. Like, you need to go back and go and digest, and tell the Holy Spirit, like, this may be person I want to see next, this person I'm about to meet next. You need to open my eyes at how I'm going to apply the lessons from this conversation or this banquet between the king, Esther, and him, and I need to be able to. So let's pray. Thank God for the various means of communication. Sometimes I saw a lawyer, on Twitter saying that they gave a legal opinion by voice recording on WhatsApp. That's life. So thank God for the different means of communication that, sometimes I remember sometimes when I'm giving instructions, in the office, I will send an email. I will still send a voice note by WhatsApp and tell the person I'm talking to the email that, look, I sent a voice note as well, so you can look at the voice note. You can listen to the voice note if you're not clear, you understand? So thank God for your senses and your intellect. You can communicate with people without difficulty. That's also very extremely important. It's because you have a sense of intelligence that you're able to condense information in a manner that other people can appreciate it. You see, if you're not able to communicate properly, if something is wrong with intellect, you can't communicate, you can't make sense. So ask God for wisdom to communicate better with your clients, ask God for wisdom to communicate better with your colleagues and your team members, and then ask God to heal any hurts that you may have caused others as a result of bad communication skills. When you should have said something much more nicely, you didn't say it nicely. Ask God to please heal any hurts, especially in the mind of the person that has received the information. So what's the thing you should do today? If you're before you send any email or send any text, make sure you take a second look at the email before you send it, okay? That's what you should do today. Let's say it's Saturday, but maybe you can implement it before you send a text message to anybody, especially those that are in business and don't have to work today. But if you're carrying and working weekends, you need to take a second at your email before you send it out. So that brings us to the end of today's devotion. Tomorrow's devotion is for day 21 and is titled Know Your Place in the Scheme of Things. So thank you very much for spending some time with me. I hope you had a very good time. If you've not gotten the devotional, remember the devotional is on sale on Amazon. I will save the link so that you can download or buy as applicable. So thank you so much for your time. All right, bye.